Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing an update on the Colleen Ballinger situation and stuff involving Colleen Ballinger and friends and family. I know it's been a while, but stuff's been getting really weird lately. Video was uploaded kind of last night. It's 4 hours long and it was uploaded by the YouTuber who goes by the name Swoop. It basically goes on to describe a bunch of stuff about somebody who has been lying, the devil in Colleen Ballinger's shadow. I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on. Basically, what's happened is there's this guy called Johnny Silvestri. Johnny Silvestri has 8,000 subscribers and basically has uploaded a bunch of videos. The Colleen stuff seems to really be everything that he posts apart from weird mashups. More specifically, he talks about Joshua David Evans. Now, if you don't know who Joshua David Evans is, that's Colleen Ballinger's ex-husband. Now, he was accused of grooming by Johnny Silvestri. He has come out and denied those allegations. That's kind of the too long didn't read. And it's really strange that somebody kind of take this, something that has genuine real victims in it of Colleen Ballinger, who is incredibly weird with people like Adam McIntyre. And he would kind of join in off the back of that and, hijack their kind of story. But we'll go through the Swoop video. I'll try to summarize it in parts. If you want to go watch the full thing, I recommend doing that because there's a lot. So let's bloody begin.
What I'm about to say, I take very seriously. From what my team and I have discovered, we have found that Johnny Silvestri has lied to me, appears to have falsified evidence, withheld information from all of you that changes the context of what he has alleged, and has participated in profoundly disturbing and inappropriate group chats with minors, contents of which shook me to my core, unlike anything I've covered on my platform.
So it turns out this guy who's been joining in on the Colleen Ballinger thing is doing all the same stuff. It's textbook, really, and it's kind of infuriating. Why?
Johnny Silvestri has been trying to weaponize my 6-hour interview with him that's on the record. He's doing this in private to other victims of this story as proof that his story is, and I'm not making this up, more important than the other victims of Colleen Ballinger's story.
What, is this like some form of competition? Like who got groomed the most? What the fuck? Like why is this something that anybody would be doing actively? Like talking about how their story is more important I think the reason why is because his videos, for example, only get 1.8k views in a month, whereas all of his other ones get like 100 to 200 a piece. So I guess that's why his story is so incredibly important compared to everybody else's. Because what do these people think they're going to get out of this? A career? You're not. So I don't understand why somebody would sit there and be so adamant they are more important, especially if they're actually true.
Everything he did was a slap in the face, and it was always something he could do better. Like, as recently as when you did your interview with him, like, he on social media was hinting it in a way that the Reddit on all these different forums were picking up on the fact that he was saying that, well, Swoop wanted to talk to him for 6 hours. I was on Twitch one day, and people were like, Adam, how long were you speaking to Swoop for? And I was like, only 45 minutes or something like that. And people were like, whoa. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, is that all? And I was like, well, yeah, I got asked questions and I answered them and it was 45 minutes. And they were like, oh, well, Johnny's story is definitely bigger because Johnny is saying how he was on for 6 hours and Swoop wants to do more. It was framed to us like we are the inferior people on this story because you wanted to speak to Johnny for so long. There's one other person who I had a lengthy conversation with, and I know they'll never go on the record with it, but we had a call where we were like, it's almost like Swoop is being weaponized against us, that like Swoop didn't want to speak to us for 6 hours because we weren't as important, because that was how it was phrased.
This is the weirdest drama I've ever seen. Like, this is one of the weirdest YouTube dramas ever that's come out of the situation. The fact that people are beefing, that is such a strange thing. Like, is it like, why? Why is that a thing? Why is this a thing? Surely people should be talking about like Colleen Ballinger and what she did, why it's bad. That's really the overall kind of like part of the story. Obviously, it goes incredibly deeper than that. There are millions of videos out right now that are like 4 hours long, like this one. Like there's a lot of information if you really want to know absolutely every fine detail. You could do that. You could go through every single needle and every single haystack. But that's the main thing, right? It's bad. It's bad, and this person is a bad person. Why are people fighting over who is more important because a YouTuber spoke to them? It is incredibly odd. I mean, that's the first time that somebody is being very weird about this. I can't wait to be interviewed next. That's a bit odd, right? Like, it shouldn't be something that people are like generally fighting for attention over. This is a weird situation. Why would somebody want to be at the center of attention of a grooming story? Why would that be a goal of yours?
I just need to say this directly from the beginning. During our investigation, we discovered the very real possibility that Johnny Silvestri doctored evidence, and he may have done it intentionally to manipulate the narrative. This discovery shocked me. Early on, I directly asked Joshua David Evans himself to provide me with full receipts of his Twitter DM history with Johnny Silvestri, fully prepared to believe that if someone was going to delete DMs out of the two of them, it would probably be Josh, right? Wrong.
Now it turns out the guy deleted DMs. That's not suspect at all. That seems very odd. That's very odd. Why would somebody be doing that? I don't understand. It's like, why would you involve yourself in the first place if you're going to start doing stuff like that? Surely you'd know it was going to come to light. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would so actively be doing something so wrong and then want so much attention for it. It's just very odd why you would want to spend your time doing this for attention on the internet. It's not going to last.
Johnny's always been an interesting person in this story because he's been an adult for the majority of it. The root of his allegations, however, began during his time as part of the Colleen Ballinger fandom when he was a teen.
I saw these usernames that were like, I love Colleen B, fighting random people under her tweets. It introduced me, if you will, to the fandom world, which I was like, people create and dedicate accounts to other human beings, and I can kind of hide and be a little bit anonymous where no one has to know who I am except for my friends I create online. Sign me up. I was a super fan.
That's kind of what I got from that. He was like, oh, I could just be strange with no judgment. Well, too late. He was like, you're being judged now. And everybody knows because you really want to brag about it for some reason.
The story about Colleen saying she was going to write a script about a fan faking an illness just to meet her. Johnny alleges he overheard that while he was on tour with Colleen as an adult and claims that it was about Ella. The screenshots of Trisha Paytas's nudes being sent over text, Johnny shared those, and he was an adult at the time, unlike Adam, who allegedly also received photos when he was an innocent minor, making what Colleen allegedly did to Adam a criminal act. Now, unlike every other person I've talked to, Johnny Silvestri has been a central part of each phase of this story.
So he was involved as an adult. I feel like this is somebody trying to get ahead of, I guess, potentially getting in trouble. But if you were an adult the majority of the entire time, then you should know better. Like, you're just a big hypocrite.
He was an early teen fan of Colleen's. He was regularly in chat rooms with Colleen. As an adult, Johnny was Colleen's employee and part of the live show crew, which means that he was also part of and in close proximity to the rotten core at the center of this story. He was so ingrained in the culture that he was even listed in the special thanks on that Miranda Sings Netflix special.
So he was getting this access to Colleen Ballinger and all of us online by going under his parents' nose. We, as a 15, 16-year-old, I didn't want to be talking to a 9 or 10-year-old. So we just kind of picked on him for being so young.
What a normal thing to do. Maybe instead of like you and Colleen bullying this young 10-year-old, maybe you guys should just like let him be. You're a strange bloke, and it seems like everybody involved in this story who's close to Colleen, they were all weirdo. And I don't agree with this like blind loyalty to people thing that these people always go on about, where they're like, my friend did it, so I had to. Fuck your friends. If they're terrible people, you make a decision. If they do something you don't like, it doesn't matter if I've been friends with them for 7 years. I'm not going to be friends with them anymore. If they do something that's weird to me, I'm going to go, hey man, you know, we had some good times, but it seems like you're a weirdo now. So we're no longer going to be hanging out anymore. And I could do that because I'm an adult.
Trent Ballinger. The reason I've personally known that Trent Ballinger has been an issue for so long is because I was groomed by him. And honestly, it took Oliver's story to kind of wake me up from that situation as well.
This was further backed up by a tweet Johnny made on June 17th when he explicitly calls himself a victim of Trent's. Now, here's him discussing Trent Ballinger on July 9th within the 6-hour train ride we went on.
With Trent, I feel like our conversations were inappropriate in the sense that he was talking to an underage child. but I don't personally feel like Trent really crossed any boundaries with me.
What the fuck? Very strange, man. But it's very strange to see people kind of just hijack a situation and turning into something that it's not really. Well, that's it for my video. I will see you guys soon. This Colleen situation seems to get weirder and weirder. She's been spotted recently, so she's alive. I wonder if we'll get like a real response from her. Probably never. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.